Like the uncle that's just shouting at the kid, slow down. And you're telling me this is 113, bro? If you want to believe this nigga, I will spit in the air and let it fall on your face, and I hope you call it rain. Again, I'm not mad at it because it's the game. Travis Scott do the same thing. Travis Scott be finessing like a motherfucker. And he's popular. He's popular, but Travis finessing. Travis be jugging and finessing. He doing the mix. You get what I'm saying? So I'm not mad at it, but I'm just telling y'all, this is why I think Rock Nation got the last Infinity Stone. At least musically. Legally, they always had the gauntlet and the Infinity Stones. But musically, they just got it, right? I'm going to tell you why. Because they did a PR run on this we haven't seen before. Every day they're rolling something out. Every day. Headline after headline. Leaking videos. Yo, here's this. It's that Kendrick verse that niggas ain't want to drop. Then they later leak. Kendrick he was in Not Like Us euphoria mode when he wrote this one. The pen was hot. You should see what they were sending. I'm like, nigga, they was talking like Kendrick was just in the studio just hulking like. They were like, yo. I'm like, why the hell you gotta tell us that this song he wrote right before or after Not Like Us? But it's to continue a narrative, and I'm like, it's all good. That's a good narrative. But that's how much I'm showing they was trying to market the thing. So when I say I'm underestimating the of a proper rollout, man, cut it out.
I am the savviest of mics in this. Is I am Savvy Mike TV, and if you don't know, my nigga DJ Akademiks may have triumphant return to stream. I would say a couple of days ago. I think he did this on Kick. I don't think he went live on YouTube or Rumble or anywhere else. I think this was just a Kick exclusive, I guess. But during this Kick exclusive, he decided to talk about the Clipse first week sales. If you don't know, they sold over 113,000 albums in equivalent, whatever the streaming method or way they come up with the number. That's the number they came up with. And honestly, well deserved, if you ask me. Honestly, to me, it is the best rap album I heard so far this year. While you probably won't get an official review, I could just tell you right now, Malice bodied every track to a point where you started to think he might be the better rapper than his brother. But Pusha T held his own, and there's a lot of great tracks on there. Pharrell's production was amazing. Now, people were talking about whether this puts Pharrell as one of the greatest hip-hop producers ever. Not really, to me at least. While he's definitely in the top 10, top 5 even, I still got Kanye West over him. I still have Dr. Dre over him. But Pharrell is still a monster. He's still a beast, and he definitely proved it over that album. Like, all of them beats were great. I don't like what they did to So Be It. I don't like the change there. It is some tracks on there that I could have did without, of course. But outside of that, as far as a consistent piece of work goes, this was one of the best projects I heard so far this year, at least album-wise. Yeah. So I give it like a 4.6 out of 5. Really good album. But that's neither here nor there. That's not what this discussion is about. This is about their sales. Now, people were saying that the only reason they sold over 113,000 is because of merch, which at the end of the day, my thing is if fans are interacting and buying however which way they're consuming the music and getting it really shouldn't matter. I think Billboard should just come up with a better way to count those things. Like, you don't have to count it fully, but you can count it still, because at the end of the day, it is a person purchasing the full album. So it does matter in a sense. But, it is a way to manipulate that system, because Billboard doesn't make sure people act like they want to do a way to where you can verify people actually buying this merch and it's not just bots, because that's the problem. And then that's my thing too, is we're going to try and get upset at the Clipse because they use the same method that all of these people use to sell albums, that Travis Scott uses, that Lil Uzi Vert uses. All these artists use these methods just to inflate them. They're trying to figure out ways to inflate their numbers, because if the numbers look good, nobody can argue the content, unfortunately. That's where we're at in this fucking world. that if the numbers are fucking, well, the number says this, these are the numbers, then you can't say the content is bad. Clearly, a lot of people like it. And while that can be the case in some instances, yeah, that means that. In other instances, it really doesn't. It just means it's being foddered out and farmed out to want you to think that it's popping when it's really not. Like, nobody's truly cutting on the Jack Boys 2 album. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't, look, other than some Twitch streamers, I guess, some niggas that are playing the game and listening to it. But see, even that, like, yeah, you're playing the game and listening to an album. You're really not listening to the album. It's really just at that point background music. Like, and Travis Scott is okay background music while you're playing video games. I'm not mad at it. But that's what it is. Like, that's what Jack Boys 2 was. It's just that I'd give a 0.5 out of 5. Not a 0 necessarily, but it was ass for sure. Either way, enough of my reviews. Let's get into the clips. No pun intended.
They just figured it out. Look, Let God Sort Them Out sells 113K first week. Come on. In what lifetime, bro? Like, this is one of them where I remember the projections was coming around 90. They should have let the 90 live. 90 was looking good. 90 in this climate is like going gold first week. Then they made it go to 113. What I've always said about selling over 100,000. I said this like 2 years ago. If you don't sell 100,000 first week, you're not a big dog. Bro, they got not one song that you know the chorus of, and they're selling 100,000. Come on, bro.
I would have to disagree with you on that, Act. I've been singing that So Far Ahead hook. Shout out for real. So far ahead, you niggas are behind. That shit's hard. And then that Malice, that was saying that Malice verse of that fucking So Far Ahead song, verse of the year. At least one of, he had like at least 3 or 4 on there that I went, damn, I ain't heard a better verse all year. These niggas just fucking crazy, you know? But I guess, look, Ack is talking to a different audience right here, you know? Of course, to them, we don't know that shit. We listen to Drizzy, Aubrey, Drizzy, Drake, Graham, and only around here. You know, so to people that don't really have a palette, you know, don't really have variety in the music that they listen to, of course they can't. But, bro, So Be It was a hit. Over 10. That's what I'm saying. It's like, you can go look at the numbers. This number's there to show you that, hey, clearly it was a lot of interest in this album. Now, it's a lot of people going out here, well, the industry pushed this, blah, 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 and all this extra shit. And see, this would be my thing with y'all. When the industry is helping Drake, nobody says anything. Oh, that's just his numbers. Drake will literally sit here and lie to this nigga and tell him, I don't pay for promotion. Hey, if you believe Drake does not pay for promotion, I got a bridge in Brooklyn I want to sell you. Because that is some insane shit for a nigga to be, like, for him to say that willingly. Like, come on. Come on now, Drake. Come on. Like, let's be honest. So, at the end of the day, and I think this is completely organic. If this was look, why stop at 113? I'm sure Steven Victor, Pusha T, and Pharrell got some fucking money. Bump that shit up to 115, 120. Fuck it. 113 is an odd number. It's just like, you know, maybe that's clearly what they organically did. And see, that's what I'm saying. Niggas are mad because they had a great rollout. Tell Lil Uzi Vert and all these NBA YoungBoy to have a good rollout. Like, just do a great rollout. Yeah, dish your ops, but make good music too. That's all you got to do. What are we mad at the Clipse for having a good rollout that clearly turned into great numbers? Like, I don't know. It just seems like this is a lot of bias right now from DJ Akademiks. That's all I'm saying.
I say I'm hating. No, I'm not hating. I'm telling you how much numbers can be manipulated. Bro, remember when Mika dropped that album and he went 90 something, he didn't get 100. 100, bro, that's Rod Wave territory. And you when you go outside, you see all these bitches singing Rod Wave. This is like get pops off the stoop music.
All right, after this, I'm done yapping. But who in the fuck expects some women to listen to the Clipse? Like, who's expecting that? This album wasn't made for them. Like, oh yeah, if the bitches are listening to it, then yeah, then it's definitely pushing the streets. I mean, women listen to Sexy Red. I don't trust their opinion on music. I'm sorry.
Right? Like the uncle that's just shouting at the kid, slow down. And you're telling me this is 113, bro? If you want to believe this nigga, I will spit in the air and let it fall in your face, and I hope you call it rain. Again, I'm not mad at it because it's the game. Travis Scott do the same thing. Travis Scott be finessing like a motherfucker. And he's popular. He's popular, but Travis finessing. Travis be jugging and finessing. He doing the mix. You get what I'm saying? So I'm not mad at it, but I'm just telling y'all, this is why I think Rock Nation got the last Infinity Stone. At least musically. Legally, they always had the gauntlet and the Infinity Stones. But musically, they just got it, right? I'm going to tell you why. Because they did a PR run on this we haven't seen before. Every day they're rolling something out. Every day. Headline after headline. Leaking videos. Yo, here's this. It's that Kendrick verse that niggas ain't want to drop. Then they later leak. Kendrick he was in Not Like Us euphoria mode when he wrote this one. The pen was hot. You should see what they were sending. I'm like, nigga, they was talking like Kendrick was just in the studio just hulking like. They were like, yo. I'm like, why the hell you gotta tell us that this song he wrote right before or after Not Like Us? But it's to continue a narrative. And I'm like, it's all good. That's a good narrative. But that's how much I'm showing they was trying to market the thing. So when I say I'm underestimating the of a proper rollout, man, cut it out. Cut it out. Let's really go look at it, right? I'm gonna start getting back on my chart shit. Okay? Let's really go look at it, right? Okay, perfect. Here we go. What the Clipse at? Is it not reported yet? It should be. Clipse. Okay. Right here. 112. Let's go down. 54 albums. Bro, they basically sold 57,000. Which that makes good. So again, that's what I'm trying to say. 100 looks crazy. You get what I'm saying? It's like, if you stealing from the cash register and you just take $2 off the top of everything every single time, and you're just kind of doing it low key, rather than you taking 1,000, that's noticeable. What I'm saying is that this 112 jumps off the page because I know what 112,000 is. That ain't this. So then you look at how did they sell 54,000 albums? Okay, I'm pretty sure there's some bundles, and I'm pretty sure there's some other things, like, for example, I don't know if vinyls are in there. Maybe. But essentially, again, the reason why I'm saying Rock Nation figured out the thing is because, remember, Nav just tried to do it, because Nav do it too. Travis do it, Nav do it. And by the way, I'm not knocking the Clipse, because I don't kind of knock Travis and Nav, right? I'll point it out. But the reality is, when Nav tried to do it recently, they switched rules on him. And they switched rules on him that essentially he only sold like 17,000 instead of like 70,000. So again, I ain't gonna lie, this is good though. So SEA, that's sales off streams. Okay? Sales off streams right here. So it's streams equivalent albums. So streams equivalent albums, right? So they convert your streams. Now they probably got a little bit of botting in there, here or there, mix it up in a pot. Spotify didn't catch this, didn't catch that. Who cares, right? Everybody does it, right? It comes to 57. So they would have did 57 first week. But then this is why I said they figure out the formula. Because when you do the formula, and The Weeknd did this. Shout out to Weeknd. I love you. When you're doing the formula, you can't do too many albums. That's where Nav fucked up. Nav streams was 17,000. You're supposed to do the equivalent track. So TEA, that's These are albums. Oh, wait, hold on. Am I tripping? No, this is track equivalent. Track equivalent albums. And then these are the albums here. So when you're doing the finesse, this number and this number should be close, unless you want Billboard to flag your shit. That's what happened with Nav. They flagged the shit. Whoa. How come niggas ain't listening, but there's mad activity over here? They're flagging your shit. You get what I'm saying? Like, so when you do around 50-50, and this, I'm telling you, this is what's happening this is not only Rock Nation doing it, everybody's doing it. You got to keep whatever you're about to do the first week in streams. You do the finesse, fake credit cards. You put up a site. You have fans, quote, quote, go buy the album, pre-order the shirts mixed with the bundles that you got pre-approved with Billboard. But it got to be a 1-to-1 ratio about. If it's not a 1-to-1 ratio, unless it's if you bring the album back, it's valid. So, for example, if you do it back on what do you call it again? So the album's out and you're like, deluxe. You ever heard of deluxe flip? No, the deluxe flip is great. Yo, the deluxe is here. All of a sudden you see like 100,000 sales. You're like, what the fuck? They allow that because the album's out. But for first week, you gotta. So this is good. Rock Nation did it right. About a 1-to-1 ratio. Yes, a lot of people are listening. People are buying. Good times. Get them boys 100,000. Right? Okay. Is this Travis Scott first week? It is, right? Okay. Let's look at Travis Scott. See? Travis Scott with his finesse. You feel what I'm saying? Travis Scott with his finesse. The only reason why, you see, Travis Scott, they're pros. Like, they OD'd on it, too. Travis Scott was only supposed to sell like 80, 90,000. Sorry. The albums, what they flipped, that's the finesse. This number, they could just change this from albums to finesse. This is finesse, right? So this is what you're streaming. This is finesse. And by the way, okay. I'll see what Bieber does. Yeah, look, see? Bieber didn't do the finesse. And Bieber white. Like, think about this. You think more people buying. Bieber is like, they look at Bieber like the white king. You think more people would go, hey, we're purchasing you think 170,000 more people would go purchase a Travis Scott Jack Boys 2 CD than a Justin Bieber CD? No, is that, listen, Epic knows how to play for Travis Scott, and I'm not mad at them either. I'm not mad at them. I'm just pointing it out. People think that I'm mad. I don't give a fuck. I work with these labels. You know what I mean? I just like to explain it to y'all. You get what I'm saying? When you look at all of these, you're going to see usually this number is way bigger than this because most people get numbers of streams. Now, Taylor Swift is a little bit different because when she drops, she's a packager. And if I'm going to call out the black artist, I'll call her out too. Yes, she does amazing numbers with streaming, but she's the queen of finesse. She got 15 versions of the album. Here's the pink versions: red, blue, green, orange, purple, violet. This is the version where I did my ex before my ex, but I changed. Yo, she's so good, she'll change a lyric and put it as a new version. That's the one with me coughing on the second verse. Huh?
I'll say this much. The Jack Boys numbers look way more bodied than the Clipse numbers. Now, while he does make a great point, because if you go to Justin Bieber's numbers, I would think that more people would buy a Justin Bieber album than they would. But who knows? Maybe, Clipse come from the culture of, hey, we're giving you this $10, Maybe that's just the culture they come from, and that's just what the old heads were thinking. We're going to buy the album. We're not going to stream it. We're going to find a way to actually purchase it and support these guys. So maybe that's what happened. But I could understand why you might think that some botting probably happened. He probably bought 50,000 albums and actually sold 4,000 physical. Who knows? All I'm saying is it's great music. It deserves the spotlight, whatever spotlight it's getting. But see, that'd be my thing, though. I'm like, if you're going to pay for it, do what Travis Scott is doing. Say fuck it. Give me 100 off physical sales. Give me 100. And then, shit, throw the 80 on top. Fuck it. I'm going to put 100 in. Y'all going to put 80 in. And then we'll just let the album stream whatever it streams. Either way, we sold over, 200,000 That album was pure trash. See, that's the thing, It really, I could say that, but then somebody is gonna come. Tyson had rated it a 9, Michael, and it sold over 200,000 K. You don't know what you're talking about. The album was ass, pure pack of garbage. It is what it is. But the Clipse album, no, that shit was hard. Go listen to that. Anyways, let me know what y'all think in the comments below. I am Savvy Mike in this. I am Savvy Mike TV. Peace.